What's happening, people? Back with another reaction, back with some more Sinéad O'Connor, and we're returning to the 1992 album Am I Not Your Girl for the intriguingly and yet simply titled Black Coffee. Black coffee is coffee with no embellishments, no additional flavors. I suppose there's some figurative possibilities and metaphors inherent in that. It is also something functional. It's not only an enjoyment to people, but especially when people drink black coffee in the morning. I think for a lot of folks, the idea is to wake up, to become more mentally focused, and thus better approach whatever tasks are in front of them. But yet, given the sonic atmosphere of the album and a bit of the throwback feel, it makes me think of a coffee house where maybe jazz might be playing. So in that regard, it could be atmospheric more than the essence of the narrative or the visual scene presented. So I do wonder what might be at play. Let me see what I can pick up on a first listen. This is Sinéad O'Connor. The track is Black Coffee, and it's from her 1992 album, Am I Not Your Girl?
I'm feeling mighty lonesome, haven't slept a wink. I walk the floor, I watch the door, and in between I drink black coffee. Love's a hand-me-down broom. I'll never know that someday in this weekday room I'm talking to the shadows, 1 o'clock till 4, and Lord, how slow the moments go when all I do is pour black coffee. Since the blues caught my eye, I'm hanging out on Monday, my Sunday dreams too dry. Now man is born to go, I love him, and woman's born to weep and fret, to stay at home and tend heaven and drown her past regrets in coffee and cigarettes. I'm moaning all morning, morning all night, and in between it's nicotine, not much hard to find. Coffee, feeling low as the ground. It's driving me crazy, this waiting for my baby to maybe come around.
This album is already a lot of fun, and it's the kind of song you wouldn't be surprised to hear in a 30s or 40s movie. And yeah, there's a bit of traditional and yet, let's say, more controversial is the wrong word, but there's more gray area than you might expect, which is to say, not only does the Sonics or do the Sonics speak to that throwback atmospheric jazz style, not only does she give us sung lines, spoken lines, and hummed melody over the course of the tune. So it feels, again, like we're watching a Sonic movie. But the lines seem to suggest that she's a stay-at-home wife, and she is sort of waiting for her husband, and she has strong feelings for her husband, and she's taking care of things at home. But also she's drinking coffee and smoking cigarettes, which, that's a very, vintage, old school movie type of scenario and atmosphere, like visually and behaviorally. But it sounds like, it's not so simple as she's just happily homemaking and so on. It's like she's being driven crazy and she doesn't know what to do between the hours of sunup and sunset. And she's like looking at shadows, which is, looking at things that aren't there, or the absence of light because it's, being blocked by whatever thing that is in the way of what she would be seeing. So, yeah, it really has an atmospheric and perhaps figurative framing that suggests things aren't so simple and honky-dory. There's a bit of like psycho-emotional confliction, or at least complication. So even if she is loving and missing her baby, who apparently, is at work or doing the 9 to 5 male routine, she has this other life that exists when he's not there, and some of it is about, like, what was it, fretting and worrying, I believe. So yeah, it seems like it's more psychologically complicated than some of the lines might suggest on the surface. And again, to take refuge in caffeine and nicotine, and to engage in what I guess in some regards might be considered vice, certainly back in, the 30s or 40s, but even today, something that's seen as like a crutch where you're, trying to ease your stress by partaking of something that gives you a chemical rush but is not substantive, it is not nutritional, and will not fulfill you and calm you in the way that perhaps it's supposed to, or that it's thought to. It's just really clever and intriguing songwriting. So again, maybe I'm not reading all those lines correctly, maybe the scenario is a bit different than it comes across, but it seems like a worrisome and stressed and almost driven crazy housewife who does love her husband, but again has like this second life when he's away that she probably tries to bury or, smooth over when she is with him. So yeah, just an intriguing song. A cool vocal performance. Again, we hear some different stylings, the sort of slow and sultry sung sections. There were parts where she was like speaking, and those were maybe the hardest for me to hear because they were like soft and very quick, and it was like, wait, what did she say there? And then again, toward the end, she's doing like this melismatic hum type of singing, so, just kind of playing with the melody vocally, which again gives you that like live, like sultry jazz singer in the moment type of feel. So just a really great album already, and I don't even think we're halfway done with it. So enjoying the ride once more. Do let me know what you think, and I will see you next time. Peace.